Let's start with today's experiment. First, let's have a look at a list of experiments. What are the experiments which we have covered already? So, verification of Millman's theorem, first one, it is done. Verification of maximum power transfer theorem, this one is done. Verification of Thevenin's theorem, we have conducted these experiment in in virtual lab, as well as we have shown you the recordings for our practical lab. Then verification of reciprocity theorem. This one is also done. Next is to verify the series resonance in RLC circuit. Then determination of cutoff frequency of given low pass and high pass filter. Experiment number 7, determination of open circuit Z parameter, short circuit parameters Y, which are nothing but Y parameters, and ABCD constant of two-port network. So basically two-port network. So we have conducted all these 7 experiments so far. इनमें आप लोगों को किसी को भी कुछ भी डाउट होगा तो पूछ लेना सेशन के एंड में. Next, moving on, experiment number 8 is to verify network theorems: Thevenin's theorem, reciprocity theorem, superposition theorem, Norton's theorem, and etc. using MATLAB Simulink. So basically, which whatever theorems we have covered here, in our lab earlier, using virtual lab or through our physical practical lab. So we have to verify these theorems in MATLAB environment as well using Simulink basically. Okay, so by now you all are very much familiar with MATLAB and Simulink, as you are performing experiment on MATLAB Simulink in your software lab as well. If you closely look at experiment number 9 and experiment number 10, experiment number 9 says to study response of first order RC and RL circuit using MATLAB Simulink. So if you remember, this experiment we have already conducted, already done with it in software lab. Same experiment was there in software lab also. The last one is experiment number 10 to study response of second order RLC circuit using MATLAB Simulink. This one is nothing but the basically performance analysis of RLC circuit using MATLAB Simulink. So these two experiments you have already conducted, already done with these two, experiment number 9 and 10 in our software lab. Still in coming lab, I'll discuss these two here in network lab also. But just to inform you, your experiments are almost over. Experiment number 8, part of experiment number 8 will be conducting today. So your experiments are almost over. So you guys should start preparing for Viva. After next run, not on the next run, but after next run, we'll give you date for internal Viva. A quiz will be held for all the experiments, as well as an oral Viva will be conducted. Okay, so date will be informed on the next term, but you guys should start preparing for this Viva. Okay, so coming back, so basic idea for experiment number 8 is, to verify various theorems, various network theorems using MATLAB Simulink. Okay, so let's start today's experiment. My voice is clearly audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So before going on to this MATLAB part, first let's have a look at virtual lab, this experiment in virtual lab for verification of Thevenin's theorem, which we have already done in our experiment number 3 or 4. Just let's have a quick look at it. So in Thevenin's theorem, There were basically these two steps, main steps. First, you need to remove the load RL. Then you have to observe open circuit voltage, or which we call Thevenin voltage or equivalent voltage for that particular circuit. Next, you need to calculate equivalent resistance or Thevenin resistance looking from load terminal. Right after calculating VTH and RTH, or you can say equivalent resistance and equivalent voltage for this circuitry, you can then plot an equivalent circuit using those values VTH and RTH connected in series with RL. So accordingly, what we did here, we calculated load current through this branch RL. That was our first step. So once you know load current in this branch, next after calculating VTH and RTH, you plotted an equivalent circuit here. So how can you verify that both the circuits are equivalent? By comparing IL basically. You can calculate load current in this equivalent circuit as well. Then you can compare the two values, load current of this equivalent circuit and load current of original circuit. If both the values are same, then you can say, okay, both the circuits are equivalent and Thevenin's theorem is verified. Right, so what we did here, we use this simulator. If you remember, there were basically these 2 3 cases. So case one is for calculation of this load current, simple normal circuit. Let's consider the steps. Connect this S1 to power, connect this S1 to the load. So now this load is connected in the circuit, and this voltage source of 110 volt is connected in this circuit. Value of resistances are 100, 200, 300, and load resistance of 500 ohms. Okay, if you simulate it, you get this value 0.1064 So this much ampere load current is in original circuit. Next, what you did, you calculated VTH. And how did we calculate this VTH? We connected S1 switch to power, S2 to intermediate position. By connecting S2 to intermediate, basically you are open circuiting this terminal. You are removing this load branch. So once you are removing this load branch, then you can connect a voltmeter across it and you can simulate and see. As this circuit is now open, this terminal are now open. So current shown here is 0 ampere, but a voltage is appearing across it, and this voltage is nothing but VTH, which is indicated here 82.5 volt. Okay. Then in next case, you calculated RTH. For calculation of RTH, what we did, we short circuited this original voltage source. Next, we connected a power source or voltage source here. You can select any value for this voltage. The reason behind this circuitry is just to calculate this, this branch current and voltage. Once you know voltage and current for this branch, then you can divide V by I and you can get RTH. Okay, so once you simulate, you are getting this much of current, 0.8, and the voltage value, whatever voltage you feed in, that voltage will appear across this terminal, right? This much voltage source will be there, so same voltage is appearing here. So if you divide 220 by 0.8, you will be getting 275. This much of Thevenin equivalent resistance is there for this circuit. Okay, finally what you did, you fed in these values basically. RTH value, you put this value RTH here and the value of VTH 82.5. Next, you will be calculating load current. So once you simulate, you will be getting this much of load current. If you compare this load current with your original circuit's load current, both the values are same. So then you can comment on it like, okay, my equivalent circuit is same as my original circuit. So Thevenin theorem basically, these are the values which you received. The reason behind this thing, why I showed you this virtual experiment, as we have already conducted it. So one reason is you'll be getting a quick revision of it, and second we'll be making a circuit similar to this one in our MATLAB Simulink. Okay, So we'll be creating a different circuitry for case 1, which is original circuit. Second, for this case where we'll be calculating VTH. Next, for this where we'll be calculating RTH, and final circuitry which will be having equivalent circuit. Okay, so let's start on MATLAB. I'm still audible, right? Connection is good, I think so. Okay. Yes, okay, thank you, Shivam. So to start this Simulink, you can simply write this command Simulink in command window, and Simulink library will open, or you can click here Simulink library directly from this toolbox. Let's wait as this command window is busy. It will open Simulink in a while. Okay. New project or new model. So we'll be using this new model here and this Simulink library. Let me admit, I guess somebody was asking. Okay. So coming back to this circuit, what are the elements which we are going to need in that Simulink model? First of all, let's count number of resistors. We'll be making this very equivalent circuit, or you can say similar circuit, so that we can verify our results with these values. Okay, that's fine. So number of resistances which we are going to add there in our Simulink model. One is R1, R2, R3, and R4, or you can say RL, load resistance. So we are going to need 4 resistors, one DC voltage source, one emitter, one voltmeter. Okay. Just, yeah. So we are already familiar with this library, Simscape. So let's use components from here only. Go to this Sim Power Systems. Next, first of all, let's add an electrical source, as we are going to add a DC source. So let's select this one, DC voltage source. Okay. Next, let's go to elements, series RLC branch, copy and paste. Copy and paste. How many times? 4 times, because we are going to add 4 number of resistances in our circuit, right? So what else we are going to use? Go to Sim Power Systems, this block, RGI. Next, for measurement purpose, we'll need current measurement and voltage measurement. Okay. So let's connect all these things and then we'll see what else we are going to need. So first, let's double click on this branch RLC. Make it as a simple resistor. First resistance was having, I think, 100 ohms value. Second, let's convert it to resistance. Add its value to 100 ohms. Convert it to simple resistance. Add its value 500 ohms. This one will be RL. So keep it here. Next is 300 ohms. One option to, as we are going to connect it in circuit, proper circuitry, so you can make a connection like this, as well as for this branch, bring it down to its uniform level. For making a connection, this resistance should be vertical, should be aligned vertically, right? So for that, either you can use Control plus R on your keyboard. So Control plus R will give a clockwise rotation by 90 degree, or you can right click, go to rotate and flip, use this clockwise. Okay, so now you can connect it to this branch. Next, we are going to add this current measurement in series. Okay, next we are going to add this voltage measurement in parallel. Rename these resistances by clicking on this text, then press Ctrl plus A to select it all at once. Rename it as R2, or you can use backspace on your keyboard and R3. R load. During this process, if you are having any doubt, you can ask me. You can realign these as per your need. If you feel like these should be on in center, you can align accordingly. Okay, so next what we are going to need, first let's set this voltage. I guess their voltage source was of 110 volt, so we'll be using same voltage here also. You can verify these values in your virtual lab circuit. 110 volt DC source, 100 ohms R1, 200 ohms R3, 300 ohms R2. I guess I used a different notation. I used R2 here, R3 here, but values are same: 100, 200 and 300. Next we'll have this RL 500 ohms. So all the values are matching. 110, okay, 100, 200, 300 and 500. Okay, fine. So what do we need next? Basic idea is we have redrawn this original circuit. Next we need to measure this current, basically this load current. What is the value of this current? That is what we need to measure here. So we are measuring it, we just need to display the value, right? Display the value to us or user, you can say. We have added this block current measurement. This is measuring the current in this branch, but we need something to display this value to the user. For that purpose, either you can just simply write here display, search in the library, take this block. As we are dealing with DC, so we are rather using this thing instead of scope. In scope, we used to observe the waveform, basically nature of waveform, how the waveform is going to vary. But in case of DC, the current value will be just a constant value, right? This much of current is flowing, let's say 10 ampere. So you need to just display that numeric value. For displaying numeric value, this option is rather better, display option. Copy it, paste it again, and you can give output of this voltage measurement to this display device here. Okay, display I load current, display voltage. Okay, we have renamed all these parameters. Let's save this Simulink model and run it. So first of all, rename Thevenin's original circuit. So that's why I have renamed it as Thevenin original. Okay. From here, from this green icon, you can run this model. So after simulation, it is showing that this much of voltage is appearing across this branch, 53.23, and this much of current is flowing in this particular branch and load branch. Basically, you can say this is your IL, I load current. What is the value? 0.1065. Go back to that simulation. 0.10645. Okay, so same circuitry you have simulated there. 0.10645. So same value is appearing here. It has rounded off the last digit, so that's why it is written as 0.1065. Same value is appearing here. So both these circuits are, correctly simulated. So after this, save this network. Next, what we have to do, you have simulated your original network for Thevenin theorem. Next, you need to calculate Thevenin's voltage, right? VTH. And what was the step for it? Basically, you need to open this load branch from here, remove this load branch from here, remove the RL. Instead, there just create an open circuit and observe the voltage across this open circuit. That's the procedure, right? So what will be the value here? Let's see, 82.5. Now go back to our model. Let's just press Ctrl plus A to select the whole model. Copy it by Ctrl plus C. Press Ctrl plus N for creating a new model. Press Ctrl plus V for copy pasting it there. Right, we have copy pasted our original network here. So what are the changes needed? Remove the load branch, right? Just press delete, or you can delete it by clicking right click and go to delete, or use your keyboard and just delete this particular branch, load branch from here. So now what will be the value of current displayed here? As this branch is open circuit, so current will be 0, but some voltage will be appearing across these terminals. That will be the voltage, nothing but VTH, Thevenin's voltage, right? Let's simulate this circuit. 82.5 and 0 ampere. As this branch is open circuited now, no current will flow as no closed path is provided. So 0 ampere will be appearing here in this display, and the Thevenin voltage which is measured by this display is 82.5. If you compare it with your original simulation, same value was here, 82.5. So you have simulated correctly. Let's just save this file with another name. Thevenin VTH. Okay. If anybody is having any doubt so far, he or she may ask. क्लियर है यहाँ तक सभी को? कुछ डाउट है तो पूछिए अभी. Okay, Mukul, all is clear. So next step, we need to calculate RTH. How can we do that? First, let's create another model, Control plus N, new file, or you can create from here also. File, go to new, go to this model. Okay. Instead of creating the whole model again by selecting each component separately, I'm going to copy paste our original model. Okay, and we'll modify this circuitry. So for calculation of RTH, what are the things we are going to need? First of all, remove this branch. Secondly, copy paste this DC source somewhere else and delete this one. Right. So for calculation of RTH, we need to short circuit this branch. That's done. Next, we need to add a source on this side. What should be value of this source? You can select any value. In our original circuit, there was 220 volt, if you remember, but you can select any value, even 1 volt. That won't make any difference here because that particular voltage will accordingly this current value will change. If you are selecting 220 volt, accordingly some different branch current will be here, and by dividing those two we can get RTH. Okay. Similarly, if you are going to take some lower value, let's say 1 volt, accordingly current value will change, but your RTH will be same in both the cases. So next, what we need to do, delete this display device, copy and paste it somewhere else. For this particular circuit, let's say if we are applying source here of any value, and next step is we need to measure this current and the voltage. Voltage will be same as this DC voltage source, whatever value you will be applying. So once you get these current and voltage, next you need to divide this voltage by current to obtain RTH, right? For that, we'll go to library browser. Let's search for mathematical operator for division. You need to divide voltage by branch current. So output will be nothing but resistance, that will be RTH. So this display should now show RTH. Let's save the circuitry. Instead of VTH, we'll name it as RTH. Okay, we got the value 275, but with a negative sign. That's because this current terminals are connected as accordingly. Originally source was here, so we have connected this positive terminal here and negative terminal towards the load side. But now we have changed position of source. That's why this negative sign is appearing. So one thing that you can do is reverse these terminals basically. For that, I hope the circuitry is clear. We just interchange these two terminals. We have connected this positive terminal of current measurement towards this source side and this negative terminal towards this passive side. So if you simulate it again, you'll get a positive value of 275 ohms. So if you compare it with our original circuit, S1 to short, this to power, simulate 275 ohms was the value of RTH. Just look at this circuit, and if you have any doubt, please ask. Yes. Okay. आप ही का कॉल आ रहा था कभी?
तो वो तो मिस्टेक हुई थी हम लोग से जरा मतलब कि पेपर पब्लिश किए सर आप उसमें आपका नाम
So no doubt so far. Fine, everything is clear, I guess. So let's move on to our last circuit for this one. We need to plot an equivalent circuit and see what will be the value of current in that particular circuit. So for that we need to have these values VTH and RTH on one platform, you can say. Then next we need just a current measurement device, and next you can add this RL, and accordingly you can measure the current. So for that, go back to the sources. One option is, I'll show you both the options. One option is you add this as a separate source, then you add a current measurement, go to elements, add series RLC parallel branch twice. What's remaining? Go to this, add this, double click, change it to resistance. What will be the value of resistance? Equivalent resistance or RTH, you can say. My mic is on, right? Yeah, it's on. and load resistance. Load resistance value was 500 ohms. Let's control plus R to rotate it. So you are having VTH, you have RTH, you have RL here, you have current measurement. So one option is you can just complete the circuitry. I have given the value 75 ohms here, 500 ohms here, and voltage we haven't changed. What was the voltage? 82.5. 82.5. Let's see the value now. So this value is nothing but 0.1065, which was also there for your original circuit. If you compare it with your original value 0.1065, so you can say Thevenin theorem is now verified through this model. If you have any doubt in this particular theorem, Thevenin theorem, you can please ask now. Fine, if no doubts, then we'll go to second circuit for this equivalent thing. In your simulation models, usually when you will be working on some projects, actually there you need to transfer values from one circuitry to another. Okay, so for that, what we can do, first of all, let's shift this circuit towards right. Go to Thevenin VTH model. Copy paste it here. Go to RTH model. Paste it here. Save this file as you can write equivalent, having an equivalent circuit. Okay, so next this circuitry is for reference. RTH value you'll have to provide directly, but for VTH what you can do, first let's shift this circuitry towards right. Delete this source from here. Go to library. Go back to sources. Here you are seeing controlled voltage source. Take this option, drag it here. So if you connect this source, this controlled voltage source in this circuit, you just need to feed in the controlling parameter basically. So what is the controlling value? This one. So whatever VTH is appearing across this circuit, that VTH should directly feed this controlled voltage source. So now what will happen, it will simulate all these three models all together. So whatever VTH will be calculated for this circuit, that will be transferred as an input to this second circuit or equivalent circuit you can say, and accordingly it will simulate and calculate I load for equivalent circuit. RTH you can directly double click and write this value, whatever value will be appearing here in this display. So 275 you have fed in. the voltage VTH is directly fed in this circuit, and accordingly this value is appearing as IL, a load current of equivalent circuit of Thevenin theorem. I hope it is clear to everyone. Next, one option which we did last time also, you can create a subsystem also from here. So this subsystem is nothing but, you can say, equivalent circuit. So you just feed in the input, take the output. What is the output? Nothing but load current or load branch current. For seeing the subsystem, you can double click on this and you'll be getting this circuit here. Okay. I hope it is clear to everyone. Next, similarly, we are going to now perform Norton's theorem. What will be the changes? We'll start with this diagram only, Thevenin's original circuit only. So for that, first of all, create a new model or new blank file. We are copy pasting our Thevenin's original model here, just for reference, you can say. So from this original circuit, now this original circuit is for Norton's theorem. So you can rename this file. Okay, so in original circuit, you know what is the value of current, what is the value of voltage across load. Okay, next, make a new model, copy paste it. So what are the steps in Norton's theorem? You basically need to calculate RTH, one thing. Second, you need to calculate short circuit current, ISC, right? So for calculation of short circuit current, first of all, remove this load branch, make a short circuit here. So you have removed the load, created a short circuit. So you'll be observing its current here. So what will be the value of voltage displayed here? Can anybody respond? What will be value of voltage here in this display block?
So zero.
Zero, right? Because we have short circuited this load branch. So after a short circuit, this voltage is zero, and only the current which will be shown by this display device now, that current will be short circuit current, or you can say equivalent current, ISC, for Norton's circuit, right? So let's just save this circuit and run it. Instead of Norton original, we can rename this file as Norton ISC, short circuit current. Run this file. So 0.3 ampere is the value, and 0 volt will appear, that we already knew. So if we are keeping the same value of these parameters, R1, R2, R3, and DC voltage, so for that particular circuit, 0.3 ampere is the short circuit current or Norton equivalent current. Okay. Next, copy paste this circuit in a new model. Next, we need to calculate RTH. Okay. So for calculation of RTH, you can open circuit this branch, and you just need to follow the same steps which we did, in Thevenin's theorem. Cut it from there, paste here. So you need to connect the source on the secondary side, or you can say on the load side. You can take any value of this voltage instead of 220, which we took in case of Norton. Let's just take 1 volt. Short circuit this branch. So now the circuit is complete. So you'll be getting current as well as voltage here. Next, you can divide these two parameters, and accordingly RTH, accordingly RTH will appear. So for that, what we can do, go to library browser, search for mathematical operator divide. The steps are same as we did in case of Thevenin. No, I mean voltage should be at top terminal. We need to calculate V by I, voltage, and then this current. Okay, so whatever will be the division, that will show nothing but equivalent resistance. We already know equivalent resistance value for this circuit for these parameters, as we have not changed circuit parameters. R1, R2, R3 are having same value, so that's why RTH is coming, or you can say RN in case of Norton equivalent resistance, that is 275 ohms. Again, this negative sign is coming because we have not interchanged or reversed these terminals across emitter. Okay, so you can reverse the terminal just to get positive value, and you can rename it as Norton equivalent resistance, that is nothing but Rn. Okay, so next we need to formulate an equivalent circuit, Norton equivalent circuit, just to verify the current with the original circuit. So how can we do that? First of all, just take Norton ISA circuit, copy it, open a new model, paste it, separate the display. I will need this later on. So you need to feed in this to our equivalent circuit, right? So for creating an equivalent Norton equivalent circuit, you need to add certain elements first. So series branch, that will be for branch resistance. This one will be for load resistance. Next we need to add a source. In case of Thevenin, we added controlled voltage source, but here in case of Norton, we need to add controlled current source, right? Because Norton's equivalent circuit is somewhat like a kind of a parallel circuit. Control plus R to rotate this branch. Similarly, control select this branch and press Control plus R to rotate it. Next, change the parameter. Change this element to resistance only. You can feed in equivalent Norton equivalent resistance value here. Next, change this parameter to resistance. Feed the value of load resistance. This branch will be controlled by circuit current, short circuit current. So now circuit is complete, but we missed one thing. For measurement of current in load branch, we need to have this current measurement. Copy it from here by pressing Control plus C, Control plus V, paste it here. This current measurement device or ammeter, you can say. Connect it in the circuit display. Bring the display here. Okay, so this is the equivalent circuit. Now let's save this file and run. Norton equivalent. 0.1065. So it's correct. Our model is running perfectly, as you can verify this current from virtual simulator also. Okay, I hope things are clear to everybody. In this particular model, you just need to change value of this Rn, equivalent resistance, every time if you are going to change these circuit parameters. Let's say somebody is taking different values of R1, R2, R3. So accordingly, your VTH will change. That VTH or IN in case of Norton, current will be there. In case of Thevenin, voltage, equivalent voltage, VTH will be there. So that parameter will be fed in directly. So no need to worry about that. But about this resistance, if you are going to change the circuit parameter values R1, R2, R3, then your resistance will also change, equivalent resistance. So you just need to feed that value here, and accordingly your circuit will work perfectly. So if anybody is having any doubts, he or she may ask. So this is how you can verify Thevenin, Norton's and Thevenin's theorem. If you want to verify those values here also, you can do that. Just change these circuit parameters. This one was 100 there. This one was 200. This one was 300, 500. This we took 110 volt. Follow the steps: S1 to power, S2 to load. So your normal circuit current, original circuit current is this much. Next you need to calculate ISC. For calculation of ISC, S2 to short, S1 to power, simulate 0.3. In our circuit also ISC was same. Where is ISC circuit? 0.3. 0.3 ampere we were getting here. So that is also verified from your virtual lab simulator. Next, for calculation of Rn, calculation of Rn is very much similar to calculation of RTH. So same model can be used in both the cases, for Norton as well as for Thevenin. So what you need to do, short this branch, connect it to power. You can take any value of voltage here, that won't affect your result. If you are taking 1, the current in the circuit will be 0.0036. Accordingly, resistance will be 275. 0.0036. If you compare it with your case, your model of Rn. Okay, I have now directly done this thing. Or else if you connect this branch to display, you'll get that value 0.0036. Okay, so if you change this voltage to some different value, which we were taking 220 initially, now also value of resistance will be same, only value of current will vary as per your voltage provided. Okay, so that's why you can take any value of voltage here, 1 2 3 4 5, any value. Accordingly your current will change, but overall your equivalent resistance will come out to be same. These equivalent values are fed in the equivalent circuit, and load current is verified whether it is same as your original circuit or not. So it is same, so you can say okay, Norton's theorem is verified, which we have done using MATLAB also. So any doubts? If anybody haven't marked their attendance yet, he or she can mark it in chat. Shashi ma'am.
Yes sir.
मैम आप कुछ बताना चाह रहे थे शायद.
हाँ, मैं वही मल्टी से बताना चाह रही थी, जो जैसे अभी आपने सिमुलिंक से बताया सर, तो स्टूडेंट्स को, हाँ स्टूडेंट्स, जैसे अभी सर ने सिमुलिंक से आपको बताया ना, इसी वाले सिमुलेटर से वर्चुअल लैब में किया, वर्चुअल लैब में भी आप लोग वैल्यूज वेरी कर पा रहे हैं और यहाँ पे सीधे सीधे पूरे कंपोनेंट्स उठा के सर्किट बना रहे हैं। ऐसे ही मैंने एक बार आपको शायद मैक्सिमम पावर थ्योरम करवाई थी, जो इसमें मल्टी सिम है, नेशनल इंस्ट्रूमेंट का है मल्टी सिम, स्टूडेंट वर्जन आप लोग डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं। और उसमें ऐसे ही मैं अपनी स्क्रीन शेयर करती हूँ, तो उसमें आपको मैं भी एक वैसे ही एक छोटा सा
yes
थेवेनिन
ma'am,
थ्योरम का
you can share your screen and मैम इनका
हाँ सर बताइए।
जी मैम अकॉर्डिंगली इनको मैम क्विज की टाइमिंग भी इन्फॉर्म कर देना, अगर वो चेंज करनी है
सर
तो आप
क्विज की
चेंज कर
टाइम
देना।
सर एक मिनट सर, क्विज की टाइम क्या रखा है?
3:10
सर
to 3:30 रखा था, उसको
सर
मैं
वो
चेंज
रहने
कर
दीजिए,
देता हूँ उसकी टाइमिंग, आप
नहीं सर अभी
रहने
चेंज मत
दें।
कीजिए।
ठीक,
हाँ वो अभी रहने दीजिए, क्योंकि
ओके
मैं
मैम,
सिर्फ इनको,
ओके
क्योंकि बिल्कुल एक ही जैसा है ये तो, बल्कि सिमुलिंक तो और भी एडवांस वर्जन है इसका, तो मैं बस थोड़ा सा
ठीक है
अपनी
मैम।
स्क्रीन शेयर कर रही हूँ।
हाँ मैम, आप स्क्रीन शेयर करके एक बार बता दें इनको।
हाँ हाँ ये शेयर ऑप्शन क्लिक नहीं हो रहा है सर, आपकी स्क्रीन ऑफ है?
हाँ मैम, मैंने अपना स्क्रीन ऑफ कर दिया, शेयरिंग ऑफ कर
ये
दी।
शेयर ऑप्शन क्लिक नहीं हो रहा है, स्क्रीन शेयर कर रही हूँ। हाईलाइटेड है ये कैंसिल ऑप्शन, कैंसिल हो रही है। प्रेजेंट नाउ एंटायर स्क्रीन, शेयर हाईलाइट नहीं हो रहा है इसका।
उस पर क्लिक करने के बाद भी नहीं हो रहा मैम?
नहीं सर वो हाईलाइट ही नहीं हो रहा ना। नहीं सर मेरी स्क्रीन शेयर हो नहीं रही है, दो ही चीजें है ना, शेयर और कैंसिल, तो कैंसिल तो हाईलाइटेड है, शेयर हाईलाइट नहीं हो रहा, क्लिक करने के बाद भी नहीं हो रहा ना, तो शेयर हो।
मैम मेरी स्क्रीन तो हो रही है आई गेस, हाँ फिर से शेयर हो रही है। मैं स्टॉप करता हूँ इसको।
हाँ सर आप एक बार स्टॉप करके देखिए।
हाँ मैंने फिर से करके एक बार स्टॉप कर दिया, आप ट्राई करें आप।
अभी वो स्थिति है।
एक्सक्यूज मी सर।
हाँ अभिषेक बोलो।
सर वो थेवेनिन का जो पहले किया था और अभी जो सिमुलिंक किया है
हम्म।
सर, वो दोनों वेरीफाई करना है क्या? जैसे रिपोर्ट में जब अपन लगाएंगे तो पिछला भी और अभी वाला भी।
नहीं पिछले वाला नहीं करना, आप कुछ भी वैल्यूज ले सकते हैं, एक नया सर्किट बना लो, उसके लिए आप मैटलैब से वेरीफाई कर दो।
ओके सर।
सर ये वही हो रहा है, ये दोनों ऑप्शन में शेयर और कैंसिल में, कैंसिल तो हाईलाइटेड है और शेयर हाईलाइट नहीं हो रहा क्लिक करके भी, और मेरी स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं हो पा रही है संभव।
ओके।
एक मिनट, हाँ स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं हो पा रही, पता नहीं क्यों।
कोई बात नहीं मैम, इनको फिर क्या तो बाद में दिखा
ये
देंगे,
सब हाँ,
है ना।
मल्टीसिम वैसे मैंने इनको बता दिया था, मल्टीसिम में भी वही कंपोनेंट्स उठा उठा के आपको सर्किट बनाना है, और लेकिन करना सिमुलिंक में, इस सब ये लोग करेंगे कैसे, इन सबके पास है सिमुलिंक है?
नो मैम नहीं है।
तो
हाँ,
फिर
आजकल अब ये अरेंज करने लगे हैं एक्चुअली, आज कुछ लोग तो आके ले गए हैं सेटअप कॉलेज में, बाकी लोग भी जिसके लिए विजिबल है वो कॉलेज में आके सेटअप ले लें। सिमुलिंक के लिए ऑनलाइन और अदरवाइज कोई और ऑल्टरनेटिव नहीं है, या मैम जो बता रही हैं मल्टी सिम में, आप उस पर करके देख सकते हैं परफॉर्म।
मल्टीसिम में भी वही स्टूडेंट वर्जन डाउनलोड करेंगे, इसका नेशनल इंस्ट्रूमेंट का है ये मल्टीसिम, और स्टूडेंट वर्जन डाउनलोड करेंगे तो ये मल्टीसिम आपका सॉफ्टवेयर निकलेगा, ये 45 डेज के लिए वैलिड रहता है इसका आराम से। तो 45 डेज के ड्यूरेशन में आप लोग अलग अलग एक्सपेरिमेंट ऐसे ही कंपोनेंट क्लिक कर करके उठाने हैं, सर्किट बनाना है, आउटपुट निकालना है, जैसे सिमुलिंक में लगभग एक ही जैसा है, थोड़ा सा जब आप उसको ऑपरेट करेंगे तो थोड़ा थोड़े अंतर से पता लग जाएगा। ठीक है, अभी स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं हो रही, नहीं तो मैं भी आपको करके बता देती। ये मैंने जैसे इसमें आपको मैक्सिमम पावर थ्योरम वेरीफाई करवाई थी, तो वैसे आप चाहें तो कर सकते हैं। ठीक है,
ठीक है। तो आप लोग सभी एक बार या तो मैक्सिमम पावर ट्रांसफर थ्योरम की जो रिकॉर्डिंग है एक बार उसको देख लेना, उससे आपको मल्टी सिम का एक बार फिर से आइडिया लग जाएगा। फिर आप मल्टी सिम में कोई भी बाकी की थ्योरम्स भी वेरीफाई कर सकते हैं खुद से सर्किट डिजाइन करके। ठीक है, तो आप लोगों का क्विज की टाइमिंग है अब 3:10 टू 3:30। ठीक है मैम, शशि मैम इनको फिर क्विज के लिए बोल दें।
ठीक है, हाँ, टाइम भी हो
हाँ
गया है।
ओके। हाँ ठीक है, आप लोग सभी जाके फिर अब क्विज अटेंड कर लें। यू मे प्लीज लीव द मीटिंग।